Hey yo, what's the good? It's your boy SUPERKev. Welcome to another episode of the SUPERKev Livecast Season 4. We on YouTube, baby. For those of you new to the page, welcome to the hottest to-do list show on the internet. If it's not, your job is to let me know who got it so that I can like, comment, share, and subscribe to their page the same way I ask you to like, probably over there. Comment. Yo, talk to your boy. Share. Listen, I got the heat. And subscribe if you support what we got going on here. And let me tell you all straight up, this week we're gonna move pretty quick because I've been very busy. So we're just gonna be quick just for the sake of not falling too behind. And remember, there are 7 days in a week. There are 7 forms of income. So the day of the week corresponds to one particular form of income. Okay. So before we begin, this is not financial advice. This is entertainment purposes only. And what I forgot to say is when I said we was on YouTube, let me prove it. So if I ain't entertaining enough, how about me and me from last week? You know you like that. You definitely gonna show some love in the comment section for that. Okay, so today I am a couple days late, but I told you we gonna catch up. Shout out to all the opportunities that I've been getting, but because of that, I haven't been able to show up live. But we here now. Shout out to my sis who's watching right now. And income one, did I say this is not financial advice? This is entertainment purposes only. There you go. Income one is earned income. All right. So let me just go through. I'm unemployed, so let me go through my list and see if anything says 1 out of 7. See, that's how you know this episode is gonna be quick. All right. Well, my bill tracking note, whether I'm employed or not, y'all know I still got bills due all the time. So my next bill will be due on the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Anyways, so I got a bill due on the first. Download app updates via Wi-Fi, and the reason why you're gonna hear me say that every day, if I remember, is because you can have apps in your phone that are related to your job. So for me, filing for unemployment, I click it, I do it on my phone or whatever. So making sure my internet is updated or whatever the heck be going on that side. Boom. And then check email in the DM. That's something again you should be doing every day because if you're serious about acquiring the 7 forms of income, what's eventually going to happen is that you are going to have emails and opportunities from any of the 7 forms. All right, so that's why you hear me say that every day. Now, call unemployment. I put a check mark there, but I did not call them this week. So as soon as I'm done with the live, I'm just gonna call them and say, "Hey, what's up with that 20 bands y'all owe me? Like, I'm trying to buy a crib. Stop playing games." So we'll see if they actually do that. All right. So that is my income one situation. Let me see if anything's at the bottom. Yep. So today is income one day, and we will be focused on middle school students. So last 7 episodes were about the 7 forms of income. If you are in high school, probably working and doing all of that. Today, we're going to focus on middle school children. But before we do that, document receipts. Now, the reason why I put that in for every episode is because a receipt could either be that you got paid or that you're buying things related to that income. So income one is earned income and exchanging your time for money. A part of that is following the 65-25-10 rule. So anything you buy that is either a bill or a want, you probably want to document those receipts. So that's why that's there. Check income 1 out of 7 documents and ideas is nothing for me to update until they pay me so I can write down how much I got. Ration the breakfast. Yo, shout out to the people who've been hooking me up with breakfast. I ain't even gonna front. I ate twice this morning. I panicked. You know what I'm saying? Because 2 people hooked me up, and one person hooked me up with a donut. So you know the blueberry glazed donut got body yaddy. But then the second homeboy gave me 4 packs of cookies, and each pack had 4 cookies in it, and I really ate all 4. I wasn't supposed to. I was supposed to save it, but I was just like, man, I'm rich right now, so I ate it. But the other 3, we're gonna ration those for the rest of the week for breakfast, which means the breakfast that I had, which has been my bag of chips. Shout outs to Super Mommy. Postpone that. And that means I got breakfast maybe for another 2 or 3 weeks without having to spend my own money. So shout out to the people looking out for me. Um, Income of the day links will be in the comment section below. So look out for that if you want to support anything that we talk about. And we're gonna skip the one question with the Kev this week because I'm moving quick, but hopefully I'll be able to balance out my schedule and be able to kick it with y'all full time. You know what I'm saying? Because if you've been watching the beginning of the season until now, there's a big change, and that's because as the weather picks up in temperature, so have been the opportunities presented to me. So that's why I don't have as much time. But for those of you wondering, I'm getting better every day, and you don't got to worry about my mental state at the moment. Shout out to my bro that's watching. Shout out to the bro gods, Uncle Chop. And did I tell you I love you? I love you, Uncle Chop. Okay. Today's main topic is income 1 out of 7 from a middle schooler's perspective. All right. So I figured I started with high school. Then I was just like, you know what? Let's just go down the line. So let's talk about middle school. Next week, let's talk about elementary school. We can talk about newborns. We can talk about college age. We can talk about when they first get out of college. Yeah, I appreciate that. My man say he loved me too. Word. I be needing to hear that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? When I see you, I need a hug too. All right. Well, maybe I don't need it, but I just want it. Anyways, so income one, remember, is earned income. You have to go to work. You have to exchange your time for money. Until you have enough money to retire, you got to show up to work. Now, what your job is, we don't judge, we don't care. Obviously, we just want people to be safe. So when thinking of a middle school kid, obviously, income one is going to class on time. Straight up. Get to class because showing up to class will be symbolic with how you're going to handle your business. All right. If you're always late to class, you're probably going to be late in doing your paperwork. You're probably going to be late to those meetings that could potentially change your life. Probably going to be late to that date, and then that girl will not even give you a second date. So don't be late. Show up on time, right? But then also, I believe middle school is where, by middle school, this is just my opinion, okay? By middle school, every student should know what their favorite subject is. Now, understanding your favorite subject is important because you probably want to lean your 7 forms of income towards the subject that you actually enjoy. So I can use myself for example. Everyone who knows me knows I'm super math man. So I like and love and I'm very good at mathematics. Shout out to my son, by the way. When y'all figure out his name, you're going to really know I'm a super geek. So I love math. And if you notice the things that I talk about, almost all of my side hustles, they're all related to mathematics. You don't believe me? Let's go through them. One of my side hustles, I'm a bartender, the ratios. I'm an audio engineer, the relationship between frequencies. And let me pick one more. Um, I like toys, so I'll buy toys and then multiply how much profit I want, and then sell it after its capital gain reaches that value. So all the things that I do to make money, I have to enjoy it. At least my side hustles, I should say. I enjoy them because y'all know I'm unemployed allegedly. So, unemployment swing that check. I'm trying to buy some property. But so you guys, especially if you're a middle school kid watching this, you should know what subject you like. If you like math, there are jobs you can definitely maximize your math skills at. Honestly, let me just give you a secret. If you think you like mathematics, I'm gonna tell you focus on mathematics. All right, trust me. But I'm gonna just leave it at that. Now, it's cool to think about your favorite subjects, and hopefully you know them by now. And if you need help finding out jobs that are related to your favorite subjects, drop them in the comments. But what I do want to focus on is the money that a middle school kid could potentially touch. Now, I can only speak from my perspective because I didn't grow up with cash like that, right? I actually went to school with no money in my pocket, and then shout out to school lunch, shout out to the Haitian food that I had when I got home, shout out to the fact that even though I didn't have money in my pocket, life was still straight. However, even if you grew up like me where you might not get an allowance, and we're going to acknowledge the allowance people hopefully soon, but even if you don't get an allowance, you probably touch money, right? And some of those occasions to touch money might be a birthday, a graduation, holidays, um, like Christmas, Thanksgiving. You might touch some cash. So you guys are who I'm talking to, because even if you're in middle school, you can begin the seven forms of income right with how you handle money in the sixth, seventh, and eighth grade. And what do I mean by that? I'm gonna tell you straight up. Again, it's not financial advice. This is just me entertaining y'all. Um, but the first thing I would recommend, time out. Let me see what Uncle Chop says. He says this generation middle school kids can generate 200K. Listen, yes. Now, I do believe what you're thinking about. If you're thinking what I'm thinking right now, that might be more of an income two or income seven situation. So we will address them throughout the week. But today I want to focus on 200,000 a year. Yep, I agree with you, and probably even more at this point. But I want to focus on the money that they do touch because they're not quite eligible enough to work or of age to work. But let's address that their potential later on as the week goes on. And the first thing is any dollar you touch. Again, if you've been following the Super Kev Livecast, I've been doing this myself. Any dollar you touch, I believe you should be saving 10% of it. One more time. Any dollar you touch, I believe you should be saving 10% of it. How does that work? Simple. If someone gives you $1, like a dollar bill, you're allowed to spend 90. Put 10 in your pocket. If you already have change, then you take 10 cents from your change stash, put it in your savings stash. That's probably why we have two sides of our pockets, a spending side and the savings side. All right, that's the new thing I'm going to use. And you're going to save 10% of everything you touch. I ain't even going to hold y'all accountable to writing it all down. I'm going to save that for when you get to high school. But you have to have an honor system if you know you really want to get this money. All right. Any dollar you touch, save 10%. Yes, Uncle Chops. I'm going to read it again because you said it too. Any dollar you touch, save 10%. That means if you get $1, put a dime in your other pocket. If you have a $5 bill, take 2 quarters. If you have a 20, take $2. Be straight up with yourself. And if you can't get by with 90%, you're going to struggle because what's really the difference between 90% and 100%? That's still a lot of percents. So we're saving 10%, and that's the big key for middle school kids is save 10%. And if you got to have a piggy bank, now I'm not really into piggy banks after somebody taught me that you have to buy them. So why should you buy to save your money? So I'm not really a fan of piggy banks. But if you got one, cool. If you don't mind investing in one, if that will make you happy, cool. Me, I put money in different things, but I tell you straight up, you can take an empty tissue box. Now I use these for plastic bags. I don't know if y'all know that. A quick little random lesson, but if you take a plastic bag and then you fold it up real nice on itself, you can use an empty tissue box to fill it up with plastic bags. That way, when you need plastic bags, they're available. But yeah, you could fill up this with cash. And now I do understand, and I bet you Uncle Chops is going to rash me. So let me address this. I do understand that cash is being phased out of our economy, as at least as we know it. So maybe you're not saving as much cash, but I'm talking about at least to the people who do touch cash. You could save 10%. As far as 10% of crypto or 10% of digital funds, you would again have to have an honor code where you know you're putting 10% away, whether it's a separate account or whatever. Middle school kids, if we're talking about accounts, ask your parents. Be like, look, mom, I just saw this guy or dad or auntie. I don't know who you live with, and I'm not judging. Hey, legal guardian. Hey, older person, older man's. I don't know. I watched this show called the Super Kev Livecast season 4. He keeps saying he's on YouTube. and he says I should save 10% of everything I touch. Can you help me? Yo, your parents will help you. All right. And again, we're not gonna sit here and be like, well, what if parents spend it? Yo, we got to be positive out here. They're middle school kids. Like, come on, give them a chance. You know what I'm saying? So between your older folks and all of that good stuff, we have a chance to save 10%, and that's all. All right. I'm talking 10% of your allowance, 10% of when your peoples buy you, give you bread, 10% of that holiday money. If you did that from now until, and we're going to keep it reasonable, right? Do this from now until you get to high school. I was going to, in my head, say, do it from now until you turn 30, but ain't nobody want to wait that long, right? Young people, I believe, need to see results. So if you save 10% of everything you touch from the sixth grade, or whenever you get this, up until your first day of school in the ninth grade, I believe seeing the money pile up like that will encourage you to keep doing this. And then as you get to ninth grade, maybe you get to work for yourself. Maybe you get more hours. Maybe your allowance goes up. All right. And then, of course, when you get to college, your job is to get a scholarship just like your boy Super Kev so that you can keep more of your money and do the same thing. Okay. Now, let's end this by addressing the allowance kids because there's not really much to address with them, but I just want to make sure that people who do get allowance don't feel, what I'm saying, left out or whatever. And the only thing I got to say about allowance is simple: save 10%. So let's say your allowance is $50 a week. What's 10% of $50? $5. You put $5 in your little tissue box, and then that's it. And then that's it. Now you can do whatever you want with the rest of the money. Now, of course, we hope that you're gonna, subscribe to the page and watch the subsequent episodes so you can try to get an idea of what you can do at, how old are you in the sixth grade? 12 years old? Shoot, 12 years old is powerful because you probably know how to read, you probably know how to do basic math, and that's probably all you need to get big money in this country. All right. You need to know how to read a little bit, get your basic math on, and if you know how to use a calculator, forget it. We could just let the calculator do it. All right. So we're saving 10% into our secret stash. If you are interested in working, you're probably not old enough to legally work in the United States of America, but I'm willing to continue the conversation if you want to drop them in the comments. All right. There's a plethora of things that we could do at 12, 13, 14 years old to generate income. But I'm just trying to keep it simple, right? Definitely stay in school. Definitely graduate middle school. Like, honestly, you wilding if you don't want to graduate middle school, if you have the chance to, of course, because middle school, like, that's, come on. Let's just graduate. If you need help in mathematics, you know what I'm saying? Come on. I'm super math man for a reason. So math can't be an excuse. All right. Don't be hitting me up for them other subjects, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I'm connected to people who can do that. But if you do need help, you can talk in the comments. But yeah. Um that's where I come from. Oh, excuse me, that's where I come in. Yeah, that's where Uncle Charles come in. He'll help you with the other subjects. I ain't. Or he's connected with the people who can help you. I'm the math man, and I think that's good enough. So you guys don't have no excuse. And of course, we're teaching these young people. So the comment says, be your own boss. Yes, sir, Uncle Chops. That's what I'm trying to teach people. All right. Or if you don't want to be a boss, which is fine, because if everybody's a chief, then no, yeah, whatever. You know what I was trying to say. But I didn't want to say that. I think that's offensive. But if everybody's a leader who is following, so I get it. They, you could be a boss if you want, but then some people are fine being followers, and that's okay too. Sometimes I'm the boss, sometimes I'm a worker. Either way, I'm saving 10%. That's the point. So I think we addressed everything that a middle school kid could use to get started. Tomorrow, or I owe y'all today because I'm a day late, but our next episode will be how middle school kids can focus on income too. All right. And that's probably going to be middle school kids generating their own dollar for their work. Remember, you might get an allowance just because you get an allowance. You probably, I mean, I say probably, some people don't work for it, right? Some people just get allowance because their parents want to teach them about money or whatever. Some kids get allowance because they do chores around the home. Some kids like me do chores and don't get paid for it. It don't matter. The point is, whatever your situation is, you should be able to save 10%. But then when you start to work and make money for yourself, we're going to consider that income too. So tune into the next episode when I got my hair on the side, and then you'll know it's an income 2 day because you'll see two pigtails or whatever. And there's two people watching. That's how you know we're going to prepare for income 2 day. But let me get out your way now. All right. Shout out to Raw to the Bone. Make sure y'all subscribe to our page. By the way, I'm gonna throw this out there. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night, dressed apart, coffee with friends after dark. I'll be asleep because I work midnight, so I'm gonna be missing it. But if I do get up, I'll be in there real quick, say something, and then roll back into my bed. But on that note, it's your boy Super Kev. As long as I'm alive, there will be a live. I hope you learned something about um, income number one. And I can't tell you what time I'm coming back because I'm busy, but I'm going to do my best to show up today. But if I don't, we'll definitely do two tomorrow. All right. You already know what it is. And oh, I was supposed to say this. Support is free, right? You can press the like button. You can press the share button. You can write LOL like Raw to the Bone. She also says, I appreciate you. You already know. Come on. This is how we love up on our brothers and sisters. You like that lingo. And all of that is free. If you want to take your support to the next level, help me accelerate the process of building up my own school. Y'all know I got fired, so I don't want to work for another school until I build my own. And that's why we talk money all the time, because that's my ultimate goal in life. But I'm not going to be too whatever the word is, to ask for donations. So I sneak in the donation link in the comment section below. There's a PayPal or Cash App donation link. And the reason why I'll talk about it at the end is because I don't want y'all to think that I'm doing this only for money. I'll take the money if it's there, but this is the foundation of the show is to provide young people an opportunity I never had growing up. And I do understand that, it takes money to get to the next level. So if you want to support financially, we'll drop the link in the comment section below. And before I dip, my man say Uncle Chopper Shop, like and sub to my page. Yo, my fault. I should be promoting you every day. I'm wilding. Remind me. But definitely, and spell it correctly. Uncle UNKLE Chopper CHOPPA Shop. That's regularly spelled. And definitely like and sub his page, run up his numbers because what is it? We lift as we climb. So all of us are helping each other get to the next level, especially if you're black and brown. Come on, yo. We need each other. So definitely support him. What he got going on. You need something fixed in the Boston area. Make sure you hit him up. Even if you don't think he knows, he might know someone who knows something. So definitely run all your things by him. I ain't going front. I be running my stuff through him. And then when I need a vent, I vent to him. So I don't think there is nothing he cannot do. All right. So shout out to my man Uncle Chop. Shout out to everybody who's supporting the Super Kev Livecast. Shout out everybody who will be supporting later. And I don't know when I'm gonna see y'all. I should be gone 5 minutes ago, but I love y'all. But anyways, let me get out of here. I love y'all. Peace, Mo. Cool.